Many homebuyers today are offering well over the asking price to get the home of their dreams. But according to one study from Qualia, 44% of recent homebuyers said the final transaction costs were higher than anticipated. To help you better understand all of the money you'll be spending, we'll explain some of the typical closing fees in a real estate transaction. In 2020, the average closing costs without taxes came to about $3,470, according to Closing Core data. With taxes, the amount rose to $6,087. There are a few factors that impact the price tag of closing costs. The final amount is a percentage of the total loan amount, usually around 2 to 5%. So as the final sale prices of homes continue to rise, that number will likely increase too. Where you buy your home can also affect both the percentage and total closing costs. Missouri, with an average home sale price of $222,394, has the lowest percentage in total fees with only 0.71% and an average total of $1,571. By contrast, Colorado has the second lowest percentage of fees at 0.79%, but with an average home price of $464,373, the final total cost is more than double of Missouri home buyers. Meanwhile, Delaware is one of the most affordable markets for home buyers, with an average home price of $300,604, but it also has the highest percentage of closing cost fees at 5.9%. The average total is a whopping $17,727.42. So who pays for all that? It starts with the closing contract. Before you get to the closing table, you have to write up your offer to the seller. Each closing item corresponds to some important administrative or due diligence task that must be completed by the lender, title company, real estate agent, recording jurisdiction, or other third parties. The real estate contract will outline all of the closing costs and who, either buyer or seller, will pay for each. Each region has a standard real estate contract, and what is customary for the seller to cover may change. As you examine a contract, you may see some overlap in who pays for what, and there's always room for negotiation, depending on whether it's a seller's market or a buyer's market. Some home buyers offer to pay all closing costs or waive contingencies, like an inspection, to win a bidding war. If you take this approach, beware that there is no lemon law for homes. You can't return the home if you find issues with the house after closing. Neither home insurance nor title insurance will cover problems that would have been revealed in a home inspection or land survey if you decide to go without one. Consult your real estate agent, or ideally an attorney, before waiving critical elements of due diligence to make sure you understand the potential risks. Earnest money deposit. If your offer is accepted, the first sum of money a buyer puts up is the earnest money deposit. This money is a gesture of good faith to the seller to demonstrate how serious you are about your offer. It's delivered to the title company via personal check, certified check, or wire transfer, and held in an escrow account once the purchase agreement or sales contract is signed by both the buyer and seller. Depending on how your contract is written, you may get the money back if the deal doesn't close, or you may not. Be sure to ask your real estate agent about this before submitting the offer and signing the contract. In some cases, the earnest money deposit will be applied to the final down payment or closing costs. After the contract is signed and the earnest money has been deposited, the lender, the title company, and other third-party professionals get to work. The final tally of closing costs you'll owe will be listed on a 5-page document called a closing disclosure. Here are some of the common line items you'll see. Lender fees. Credit report fee. Most homebuyers begin their journey with a pre-approval letter from a lender. To determine the loan amount and the interest rate, lenders will make a hard inquiry on your credit. This report fee ranges from $30 to $50 per report. Document preparation fee. After applying for a mortgage and receiving approval, the lender sends the homebuyer a 3-page form called a loan estimate. Preparing this document and others requires administrative time, so the buyer may be charged anywhere from $50 to $100 for drawing up these documents. Application fee. Sometimes the credit report fee and document preparation fees are wrapped up in an application fee. These fees can vary depending on the lender, how manual their process approval is, and the amount of work it takes to process the loan application. Loan origination fee. The loan origination fee is likely to be the biggest ticket item on your closing disclosure. Homebuyers should expect to pay somewhere between 0.5% and 1% of the loan amount. So, with the average sale price at $374,900, that's $1,874.50 to $3,749 for the loan origination fee. This fee covers the process of evaluating the borrower's trustworthiness, examining financial statements, preparing documents, and finalizing the terms of the loan. It may also include notary fees and the lender's attorney fees. Title company and attorney fees. Attorney fees. Some states require an attorney to oversee the closing of a real estate transaction. The final amount you pay will depend on the number of hours the attorney works. Title search fees. The title company performs a search on the home's title to see if there are any outstanding debts or liens on the property. They also confirm that the seller is the current owner with the authority to sell the home. Title agents resolve ownership issues called title defects before closing, or the seller pays off the debt or lien with the proceeds of the sale. When the title search is complete and all potential problems are resolved, the property is clear to close. Lender's title insurance. Lenders require title insurance to protect their lien priority and claim to the property should the borrower default on the loan, or if any other party claims an interest in the property. The insurance policy is valid until the loan is paid off. Owner's title insurance. A home buyer isn't required to purchase their own title insurance policy, but it's highly encouraged. Without it, a new homeowner will be left to defend against title claims alone. The policy provides a legal defense or pays out money if any ownership error is discovered or a lien is found after closing. The coverage lasts for as long as you own the property. The cost for title insurance varies from state and fluctuates depending on the sale price of the home. Some states have fixed prices for premiums, meaning you won't be able to shop around for a better deal. Other states don't set specific costs for the title insurance premium. In Iowa, the state underwrites the insurance, resulting in the lowest title insurance premiums in the United States. You can expect to pay only $110 for properties up to $500,000. Elsewhere, the buyer or seller is likely to pay about the same percentage of the loan origination fee, somewhere between 0.5% to 1% of the purchase price. If you're purchasing both the lender and homeowner policy from the same title company, a discount called a simultaneous issue discount is usually applied. Third-party fees. Appraisal. Lenders require an appraisal to calculate the loan-to-value ratio, a valuable metric used in determining the risk of your loan, but it must be conducted by an independent third party. A home buyer can't shop around for an appraiser. Instead, strict regulations require lenders to order appraisals through specialized companies or management firms. The appraisal fee is a flat cost that ranges from $300 to $500, but it can vary based on the home's location, property type, and loan type. If more extensive research is needed because the appraiser lacks comparable properties or there are unusual circumstances, the price may increase. Home inspection. Most lenders don't require a home buyer to obtain a home inspection, but like the homeowner's title insurance, it's highly recommended. Since it's up to the buyer, it's a good idea to shop around for quotes to get the best deal. You may also want to consider additional inspections or testing for pests, mold, and lead, depending on the home's location and age. The national average for a general inspection ranges from $279 to $400, but if you keep the inspection contingency in your contract, it can save you from buying a money pit. Land survey. Land surveys aren't usually required, but provide valuable information for home buyers. Natural boundaries and fences can be deceiving, but a survey provides certainty. A survey is usually required by a title company if you want to add boundary endorsements to your title insurance policy. There are different types of surveys depending on what the intended use of the survey is, so make sure you obtain the right one. Buyers have the option to shop around for quotes on surveys and save money. The cost of a survey ranges from $200 to $1,000. HOA letter. If the property is governed by a community association like an HOA or a COA, there's also a fee for a report from the association showing the dues amount, if the current owner has any outstanding dues, code violations, and if there are any HOA liens. The HOA letter or estoppel is usually a seller's cost. There are also other taxes and government fees that you'll see on your closing disclosure. This includes transfer taxes, property taxes, recording fees, and municipal lien searches. All these costs will be listed on the closing disclosure, but sometimes the discounts and credits can be confusing for consumers. Carefully review this document ahead of the closing. Request a copy of the closing packet from your closing agent or title agent if you don't receive it within 3 days before closing. If you notice any inaccurate contact information or misspellings, alert the lender or closing agent immediately. If you have any questions about the fees, call your loan officer or title agent as soon as possible. Learn more about the other fees you'll see at closing. Click the link in the description below for more details. Remember to like this video, share, and subscribe for more real estate and title industry info.